So there was a failed pricing change implementation at Narvar that you went in and you turned things around, right? So what exactly had gone wrong and how did you approach this project? What kind of roadblocks did you hit? What were the results? Could you talk to us a little bit about that?
So, like they had, Navar had hired some a CRO, or this is how what was explained to me, and then
Okay.
as a result of them joining, this pricing and packaging was changed. So, was a very sales-led company and with a very excellent sales team, I would say, but they did not have standardization on pricing. Like even the very experienced seller could take a very new feature that maybe PMs weren't even thinking of charging for, and they would sell it for 80,000. I'm like, here, we've sold it. So it required some standardization and process because you need some price book, you need some
Yes.
guidelines. So that initiative led to the creation of, I would say, 12 to 14 tiers across three product lines. But I thought it may have been done too fast. The second is it may have been done from an SMB standpoint with very little customization of these packages. But our sales team was mostly an enterprise sales team, and they required the ability to customize the package to customers more. So, for example, if I sold you a package in which I sold you 3 emails, but if you needed 5, then an SMB tiering will say, now I want you to upgrade your tier.
Yep.
That's a lot of work for anyone to do, and the customer has like, why should I pay 1.5x more for 2 emails, right?
Yep.
That's the question that would happen. But the sales team needed to just have a package and then sell as many emails in that as possible. You didn't want to differentiate based on that number of emails, right?
Yep.
So as a result, what had happened when I had joined and I saw the numbers that the ASPs were going down, and there was a sort of a rebellion in the sales team. They were just not using it, not happy with the packaging.
With the
So
new packaging that had come up?
yes.
Okay.
So they had reverted back to old pricing models. It was sort of a free for all. And that CRO had left before I joined. So that's why I'm saying a little bit of this is what I heard because I did not experience it.
Yep.
I saw the results and ramifications. So my process was I was just like, you tell me what the problem is and making sure that people get. So pricing strategy work is a lot about alignment. So I can come up with many different examples of packages. Then I have to sit down with all of the salespeople. This is pre-COVID, so that was easy because I can actually physically sit down with them and say,
Yep.
well, if this was there, would you be able to sell it? If that was there, would you be able to sell it? Or what would be the problem? So this is not a discussion of price points at all. We're just first deciding, can you sell it this way if you package it like this?
Yep.
And so I got feedback from sales, I got feedback from our CEO. There was also disagreement there. We had to reconcile that disagreement because our CEO was hearing more from venture capitalists that it should just be limited packages, more simple, right? So
Okay.
there is a need for simplicity, but sales need more things to sell. The more things that they have to sell, the more money they can make. So you have to strike a balance somewhere. So a lot of that was negotiation around how to do it. So then we may get some sort of simplicity direction from the CEO. Then we will try to go back to him like, give us a little bit more flexibility, give us a little bit more. So that was the tweaking of packaging. And so once packaging is done, most of the pricing work is math and modeling, and that can be done based on empirical data you have. Then once you have it, then you can tell the sales team, this is what I'm thinking, and you can always increase the discount rates available for a new model so that they are not going to be forced to sell us at a certain price if they're not able to. So we did all of that. Not only were we actually saved from a massive revenue shortfall in the quarter of COVID when COVID had just started, but later on this picked up really well. ASPs went up. Eventually we deployed CPQ. All of the salespeople started to use it. Even before we deployed CPQ, we were uploading a snapshot of our calculators in Salesforce. So there was compliance from the sales team because I had spoken to them multiple times. And because I had done that, I was able to get buy-in. They felt they were heard, and this is how, at least it matched how they were selling. And something interesting I also found out is that one of the products where we were trying to be competitive and we reduced the price, we got negative discount rates for one of the tiers because because they also have their incentive to make more money, right? So they would increase the price and sell it. So there are some interesting things you find out and some interesting dynamics you find. On paper, you'll think something will happen, but when you actually get the data, something else happens.